What up, YouTube? Dark Dub coming at you from my redstone world, where we are going to go over how to build a pumpkin and melon farm using a flying machine. So let's go ahead and turn this puppy on and see if he's ready to go. Yeah, look at that, I never turned him off and he is ready to go. So I made this 50 long, which means that I've got 200 plants. You don't have to make it that long. If you make it 10 long, you'll have 40 plants since there are 4 strings of them. So you decide how long you want to make it. But you should probably try to stay in range of this guy when it's going, because if you don't, it can stop moving, which is why I put the off switch here, which this is an ethos clock. Basically, I just put it on one side, and now when this one gets 100% of the way full, it'll push that way, and then it will never push back until you release here, because power doesn't go away here. Alrighty, inside the shulker is everything you need for this build. You need 4 rails, you need 4 minecarts with hopper, you need 5 observers, 11 sticky pistons, 2 regular pistons. You need 12 honey blocks. You can have all honey blocks, you can have all slime blocks, or you can have half honey blocks and half slime blocks. But it has to be one of those 3. Okay. You need 5 repeaters, you need 2 comparators, 22 pieces of redstone dust, 1 redstone torch, you need 2 immovable blocks. You need 10 hoppers, 2 chests. Well, you might want to make your collection system a little bit bigger. It just depends on how many plants you have and how often you come back to check your chest. But so you need some chests for the collection. You need some. I've got smooth stone here. That's a redstone conductive block. Okay, that's how many of those you need. You need 1 block of redstone. Okay, you need however much dirt for what you're going to plant and the seeds, and a hoe to plant. You'll need some either stairs or slabs of any kind. Okay, you're going to put those there and you're going to waterlog them. Okay, so you need at least a single bucket and an infinite source of water. And I would say you need 5 complete stacks of 64 of something that you do not want. I used poisonous potatoes because it's the most useless item in the game. We've got 2 levers and 39 blocks of glazed terracotta. It doesn't necessarily need to be glazed terracotta, but it needs to be something that won't move when a sticky block passes by it. Okay. First things first, you want to know which direction to go. So we're pushing that way. So we're going to put a block over here. This is about the height of where your dirt's going to be, where your plants are going to be planted at. So you hover a block 1 above that height, and that's going to be your start off point. We're going to put 2 sticky pistons facing the direction that you're going, okay, with 2 sticky blocks on it, and then on the side of those sticky blocks we're going to put 2 more sticky pistons, both facing the other direction, back the way that you're pushing away from, with 2 more sticky blocks on that. Now the sticky blocks on this side all have to be the same, and the sticky blocks on this side all have to be the same, okay? But you can make honey on one side and slime on the other if you want. Or they can all be slime, or they can all be honey, but only those 3 choices. Okay, so you got 1, 2, and we'll come out 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do that on this side too. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. From this point, we'll go ahead and in front of the central sticky blocks, we're going to place immovable blocks. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come over to, let's see, we're pushing off of this side, so you want an observer with its face observing up, but pointing down into this block, and another one into this block. Okay, so we'll put temporary blocks up above like that, and then we'll come down like that. We'll do it over here too. And now they don't ping anymore. Oh, I did that wrong. We're going this direction. You want the 2 furthest away from this block right here. So this one was good. This one was not good. Okay, we want to place that above this one. There we go. Alright, now we can get rid of those. And on that block of obsidian, we're going to place a sticky piston facing this observer. And then on this sticky piston, we're going to face another sticky piston facing this observer. Like so. Now, these two pistons we have to activate at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over, and this, we're going to stick an observer detecting it coming in and pointing this way. Off of that, we're going to place 2 blocks down and out like that, and then one up from that. And then on top of these 2 blocks, we will place repeaters facing out from the observer, both on 2 ticks. We will bring blocks and put a block here, and then run these 2 like so. And then over here, we're going to run these blocks all the way along like that. Okay? And then we will put dust along all of these like that. And you'll notice that nowhere are any of the blocks I placed touching any of these sticky blocks. Okay? Now that is most of your, that's a return station right there. So what you want is you want a piston, sticky piston that is, facing this observer right here. Okay? Now I can put a lever on here and extend it. As long as that's extended, this comes in the bay and it will send right back. I can remove it and nothing would happen. Now if I put that back in, what's going to happen is both of these are going to pull and the whole flying machine is going to want to go that way. Okay? But it won't, because this will stop it. Okay, so we'll test it once we've got the other side put in. So from this point, what we're going to do, we're going to come and underneath here, you want as many lines of plants as you want, you go out. Okay, I'm going to do 10 of them for this tutorial. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to go back this way. I recommend at least 25. That'll give you 100 plants and be a nice number to have. And then over here, we'll bring these out 10 as well. Once again, not just 10, but however many for the length of this you want. Next, you're going to want to hoe your land, which we will do on the outskirts here and here. Okay, then we can actually, before you hoe your land, you might want to put the water in. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do that, and then we can place more dirt on this side, 2 of them like this, and then 2 of them across this way, giving them a 1 space, and in each of those empty spaces between is going to go water. And I'm just using the glass to block the water, but then you just go ahead and put water in between. Okay, so now you can till your land and it will stay tilled. And do it on both sides. And once you've got that, go ahead and plant your seed. Alright, so now I've got my seeds planted. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to bring these out like so, just as far as I bring that. Actually, not just as far as I bring that side. Each side only has to come as far as the sticky blocks are above it. So that one comes out to here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wall this off. I'm going to wall it off all the way down. And I'll do the same thing here. I'll wall this off. And then if you put any kind of wall in the center, make sure that it is made out of immovable objects, or objects that cannot be moved by sticky blocks. I like glazed terracotta myself. So this stands and touches that, so you don't want it to touch that. So we'll put it like that. And then we're going to want to go ahead and grab out our rails and our minecarts with hoppers. Okay. Now, also, we should probably grab hoppers as well. I'm going to put temporary blocks across here to delineate that that's where my hoppers are going to go. And a chest would be nice as well. So let's grab that out. The chest will go right here. I'm making it a double chest. And we can place our hoppers like this. Oh, wrong spot. We can remove that. Put a hopper there, and you'll notice it's right underneath your line of stickies right there. So those aren't ready yet. So right underneath this line of stickies. And actually, we can place this one first, and then that one there. Alright, so the next thing I would do is I would place a block on top of these here and these here. So you can also place a block here. Right there is going to be this. Okay, and the whole reason I'm placing some of these blocks is just to make sure that that doesn't get bumped. Okay, because it'll stay on that track as long as it's not getting bumped. Okay, and these here are once again glazed terracotta just because you don't want this to get stuck. Okay, so I'm going to place another rail here with another minecart with hopper, a rail here, minecart with hopper. Let's come over here to the other side. We can take that out. We want a rail on top of that hopper, and on top of that a minecart with hopper. Okay, so now that that part's done, we'll go ahead and make sure that these are all blocked in. Yep, that one's all blocked in, and even the corners, because you can barely nudge them from the corners too, and that can mess the whole thing up. So then just like so, and just like so. I mean, I guess you really don't need this one and that one. It's just, for me, it's kind of a safety thing. I like to come in and look at what I've got going on. I'll take this out. And sometimes when you do that, you mess things up. And it's good to have fail-safes in place so you can't mess things up. Alright, so I've got my slabs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place top slabs on all of these. And that makes these waterlogged slabs. It keeps your soil hydrated, but it also makes sure that you don't fall in. That way when you're over here, if you gotta do anything, you won't fall in and risk jumping back out and having to replant. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place our return station here. We're going to want our normal blocks out, okay? And this side, we gave 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so that's 4 long. I should have known that, but anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at this point, this is going to be the side right here that your sticky pushes up against. So this is going to be the side that you want your immovable block, and you want it in line with that sticky, and it's right here. Okay, so that's going to come up along this. On top of that sticky, then you want your sticky piston, and you want that facing this direction. Okay, and right here is going to be where that sticky piston pushes up against, so that is where you want your observer to detect its approach. Okay, now on this side, this is optional, but you can place a sticky piston here and give it a lever on the side of it, and let's place it in a place that's visible, and extend it and then remove it. Now if this is retracted, then when that comes this way, it'll stop right here when it hits this block. and it won't return. But if this is extended, then that will return when it hits this block. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish making this. We'll put a block down from there and out one. Okay, next we're going to put two temporary blocks, one here, one here. This one here is where you're going to place your other sticky piston facing out, and you can remove those two. We're going to come out from here and up with a block like so, and then just like on the other side, we're going to place two repeaters coming out of that observer, both on 4 ticks delay, and then we're going to bring this block out this way with one up here and one out here, and then this is going to come up here. We're going to dust it all up like so. So you are pretty much done at this point. All you have to do is come over here and extend these out to the point where they will be hitting on this side. So what you want to do is go ahead and retract that and tell this puppy to go. When it starts moving, you know you're good. You go ahead and remove that, and you want to have blocks here, because if you don't have blocks there, you'll lose your rail, you'll lose your minecart with hopper, which I almost did. Okay, now that you've got it stopped at this side, you have a good approximation of where you want your blocks to go to block this guy off. And once again, don't forget that you're going to want to use glazed terracotta or something of the sort when you're at the areas that the sticky block is going to touch. So once again, right there, here and here. This is going to get squirrely right over here. But then one here, and then we'll just come around this way just to be safe, because I like to touch those unbidden. It's naughty. Let me hit that one. Okay, so we'll remove this, and this, place blocks there and there, and yeah, right here, you know, you can actually even place a block there, a block here, and then a block here, just to keep it safe. And then because nothing's touching, you can bada bing, bada boom, put that there too. And that looks good to me on this side. Now you can flip that guy. It'll go. And you can leave that out, that way the next time it goes, that'll activate. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit these with bone meal. Make sure they all grow up nice. Okay, so now that you've got all that done, what we'll do is we'll come over here. You want to get your lever back off of this guy, okay? And then we will place a solid block right behind this and under this with one up from there. Actually, we won't put that one up from there yet. What's going to go here is a repeater, if I can find one. There we go. And it's going to be facing this way, and I believe on 4 ticks. Yeah, it's on 4 ticks. So then I'm going to put a temporary block here. I'm going to place an observer facing up on the side of that temporary block right there. Then I'm going to place a sticky piston right here facing into it. Okay. Oh. And then I'm going to put a redstone conductive block right here. And then right here I'm going to place a sticky piston facing that direction, and 2 blocks from that, well, 2 blocks skipped from that, and then I'm going to place one facing that way. So what we're going to do now is we will place a redstone block right there and a temporary block up right here, place a hopper facing into there and another hopper where it was facing into this hopper. We can take our comparators and face them out of the hoppers on top of the sticky pistons, take another redstone conductive block and place it here, put dust here and here. You have just made an ethos clock. Okay, so what we're going to do from this point is take a redstone torch, place it on this block facing into this here sticky piston, and then we're going to come place our lever right here. You can turn that off. Place a redstone conductive block up right here, and now this part's important. Okay, you want to place 5 stacks of something. It has to be stacks that go to 64. This is going to dictate how long of a timer delay you have. Okay, so things like rotten flesh and poisonous eggs are good to put here. And I'm just going to put all 5 stacks into one hopper and let it go. Something that I like to do on mine is always place something on top of your hoppers. I like to make it a furnace of some sort, so I'm going to go ahead and place just a normal furnace on there once I find it. Okay, found the furnace. We're going to place one here, and that is the build completely done. Okay, so now that this guy is finished, you can go over here and you can release this lever, and as soon as this is completely empty, that will flash and your device will go. Alright, so if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. It's been real. Peace.